vocalist. I'm a great, like, my talents like can speak for themselves, but at the end of the day, I love to perform, and I feel like performance, like quality performance, like where I can be able to like do multiple things, like whether it's dancing, like as while I'm performing, I feel like that's the only genre where I'll fully be able to express myself in that aspect.
It sounds
So
like you're not too certain, like fully certain as far as what you want to do. You have a couple of, you got to you're
it's
still
because
good.
it's I feel like it's because I'm very like I'm versatile. So like I don't want to be boxed in. I just feel like I should be able to do whatever. But it seems like the industry kind of is like, okay, choose one.
Well, I think
Choose a
initially,
genre.
as a
Choose.
beginning artist, I think as a beginning artist being introduced into the marketplace, you got to have. I think I won't sit here and say you got to box yourself in, but I think it's pretty much to introduce yourself into the world. You should have something that you're great at, one genre of music, and master that and present that to the world. And as you continue to build who you are and build your sound and get an audience and people to follow you and to like you, I think as you go along, you can start maybe opening it up a little more and I guess changing its sound a little bit and things of that. So trying new things and seeing what works for you and things like that. In regards to your team, I guess suggesting having maybe a small intimate crew of producers and writers to help you with, I think that makes the most sense, because if you're all over the place and doing this and doing that, you know what I mean, it's kind of hard to get really, really comfortable with 15, 20 people when you can sit here and lock it down with 2, 3 people and do it that way and master it and get your particular sound that you're looking for. I think as far as a new artist, you don't want to sit here and do a album that has pop on it, rhythmic, Afrobeat, and maybe some soca, because what genre of music are you gonna qualify for when it comes to these platforms? You go to Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music. What actual genre of music are you going to go into if you have so many different sounds on your particular project? So I think you need to narrow down what it is you're going to do, master that first, get your audience, continue to build your name, your brand, and then start dibbling and dabbling and testing the waters to see what else could possibly work for you.
Okay.
And Rebecca, I have a question for you. Instead of trying to be a recording artist, just listening to what you're saying, instead of trying to be a recording artist, have you thought about exploring Broadway or performance art like that?
Yeah, I have, and I've actually done a few things on Broadway, but um I I feel like I'm trying to branch out of the more like classical part of music, because also there's a lot of if you really want a place to be boxed in as to like as far as like how you carry yourself and how you express yourself, I feel like that like Broadway and things like that is the perfect place to do that, and that's like the opposite of what I want as an artist.
Can I ask you a question? You said that you were thinking about changing management, that the producers you work with um, are working with other people. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to do something that I did early in the game, that we did. I'll say at Good Music. We made ourselves the most attractive people to work with every day.
Hmm.
We made ourselves the easiest phone call anybody had. This is before we had a label deal. We created Good Music. We had Stephen McKeever give us the license to use the word Good Music because he owns that. And you will research at one point who Steve McKeever is, right? Now, we call people, and we not only did we have our concept of what we needed when we talked to that specific person, not only did we have that, we also had what we could bring to that person. So at the end, well, as Good Music got ready to kick off, and we brought Keisha Cole in with us, and Common got signed, and so on and so forth, and we said we had like 5 people. So Kiwan Prether, who is an incredible A&R as well, he was over at Sony. We had Interscope looking at us. We had a Def Jam deal. We had like 6 deals on the table, and it was all through, not that we changed our music or added anything to the mix. All we did was say we want relationships with these people, and we went and actively sought those relationships and did a little bit of what I want you to do, is to open up and give. Because right now, Sam, you're very open to receive. but that can be exhaustive, right? So I want you, and you don't seem like a selfish person at all. You seem very talented, very sweet, very driven human. But I want you to come into the room with something, bring something to the table. See, I know what I brought to the table. The table. I brought the table to the table, and I was clear on that. So every situation I went to, I brought the table to the table. I'm the table guy. I bring that. So what do you bring to the table? It might just be the centerpiece, the bouquet. But I think you'll have a much better productivity analysis with your management people, the producers you work with, and then they'll start to say, hey, try this sound, and then you'll distill a sound from that. Right now, you're saying, I want to do this, and that. If you're telling me today as a producer, and I charge a lot for beats, I charge a lot for production. I don't just do beats, I make a song, right? If you say, I'm really feeling Afro beats today, Malik, right now, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll go and make this shit. I'm in Africa right now. So if I make this shit, bring in Paradise and a couple other homies, Banksy and all them, we get some, give it to you, like, well, yeah, that was yesterday. I'm really feeling this today. I'm never talking to you again.
Okay, well, that's not necessarily how I am. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like I have more of like I feel like I have more of like a like. So if I'm working on like a specific like project. So like right now, my main goal is like I'm trying to figure out which song is going to be the single that I will drop that will basically, that will introduce me to the world. I have a whole bunch of songs that are unreleased and stuff like that. The producers that I work with, they kind of we always start the session off, like, especially if we're trying to work on something new, we always kind of start the sessions off as to like, okay, like, what are you feeling? Like, what are you feeling today? What project do you want to work on today? And like, depending on what like genre the project is like what I will work on. So it's not like I just switch like my mood or switch like, what I want to do like every session or something like.
Okay, understood. I understand that now. All right. But also too, but still, I think what I said still rings true. When you are working with somebody, make them pleasantly surprised by your demeanor when they walk in the studio. And of course you want to get your stuff out. Of course you have unreleased songs. That's what creatives do. We create shit that some people never see, right? But if you really want to start to turn this into a business, because this is the music industry, meaning there's an industrialized process here. These guys, look at Ron. Ron is in a system, and he works perfectly in that system. That system needs him. When Stu is at work, everybody's happy. Even if he's going to be rough on people, everybody's happy because they need him. That system don't work at the same without him. Are you becoming that in your circle? Think about that, my love. You think about people saying, "Oh man, I'm so glad to work." Your name is Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca.
Say your name again?
Rebecca. My name is Rebecca, but my artist name is
Becca
Stacks.
Becca Stacks, man. I got a session with Becca Stacks today. I cannot fucking wait. Because it's not about you being bossy, because Beyonce's a boss, for real. She's a boss, and she tell you, nope, this, I want that. But it's still a joy to work with her, to get the phone call. And it's not just for clout or money, which that both of those things come with it. But if you say, hey, producers, today I'm going to find my single, I want everybody to come and sit down. They're going to come and sit down because they obviously believe in you in some kind of way, unless you pay them up front, which it don't seem like that's what happened. And they want to be around you. Give them more incentive to work for you, not less. Give them more incentive. And then if somebody eliminates themselves from the process because they don't do the job required, that's different than like switching management or switching producers and so on and so forth. Because everybody knows, once you get a bad reputation in this industry, no matter how talented you are, people just tune out working with you. And I'm not saying that you are that at all. Please don't think that I'm imposing that on you. I'm giving you these building blocks at the start of your career, mama, so that people will say, oh yeah, Becca Stacks, and then they call somebody and say, have you worked with this art? Oh man, she's amazing. She's amazing to work with. They're gonna say that before they say how talented you are. When people say that person's talented, it's always a but that comes with that. If the first thing somebody says about you, you're talented, or you got money, any of those things like that, those qualifiers, that's gonna be a negative thing coming after that. But somebody say, oh yeah, so dope, so real, then people are like, okay, yeah, this is where I want to be. Quality of life is involved in this, which is qualitative, not quantitative. It's the quality of
Mm-hmm.
life. You can't really put your finger on it. Quantitative can be like, oh, they sell records. You know, people did that for years with R. Kelly. Well, he sells records and it's disastrous every time. The end result is disastrous every time. Just because they said he sells records, but there's a litany list of things that people that are detractors from him. So I'm giving you this at the beginning of your career, and I'm glad I'm on here today because this may save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache moving around and migrating through this industry, my love. But yeah, so I mean, to everybody that's on this app, I always answer my DMs, unless it's a naked picture or some shit, then I don't answer that, because I know what that is.
I don't set those out. So.
No, I thought you, Mama. So y'all can contact me any given time. I'm willing to work with new artists always. That's how I made my career. The Chance the Rappers, the Vic Menses, and King Von, peace be upon him. Juice World, peace be upon him. But I'm always in there with new rappers. I was there with Chief Keef at the beginning. Lil Durk, I put Lil Durk on his first TV show. It goes back to Nelly. I dressed him for his first time on television. So I'm always working with new artists. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. I love to discover people, uncover people, hone them down, and see what they do. Snow Allegra, y'all know I worked with her since 2013, and she just blew last year. So that was a 6-year process, but it's a joy to work with her. A joy. We did 3 albums together, and then she just blew. So it takes a little doing sometime, and I appreciate No
Yeah.
ID for bringing me into that process. He said, this girl, and again, she's wonderful. Not that she's talented, she's wonderful. And when I got in the studio, I saw how talented Snow was. I'm like, oh shit, she's super special, So I think you want those things to be said about you first. Those are the first things. This person is dope, and then is a dope artist and a great dancer and dresses well and wears pretty perfume or something like that afterwards.
Hey Malik, what you just
Thank
said is key. I mean, we working with Snow Liquid now over on the Rock Nation side, and not just her, but her team is easy to work with. I mean, they have an agenda, they have a plan, and it's smooth sailing. The conversations we have, the Zoom calls, and everything is always, we're always on the same page for the most part. I mean, I think that's integral as well as to, as far as new artists. You got to get you a team, a good manager, and make sure everybody's on the same page with a good vision and a good agenda and know what they're doing as far as execution. Absolutely.
Hey, Ron, you still here?
Yes, sir.
Check your DM. I want to talk to you about that Sada Baby record. Just before I forget, I'll keep forgetting that. Next up, I believe, is Mariah.
Craig G, rock on the mic for the symphony.
What's up, guys? Thanks for bringing me onto the stage. So, a little bit about me. I'm one half of Prime Culture Creative. The other half is my dear friend Europe Angelique. We're basically a badass Black women-owned and full-service operational media and management company. You can go to our page. We rep R&B artists Corinne and Khalees. We rep fashion designers. You may know When Smoke Clears. They've dressed some pretty exciting people recently. Jack Harlow wears our pants. Christian Combs, a few other people. We rep a DJ named Dylan Ali out of New York. And we produce events. You may have heard about the Brent Faiyaz 25th that happened in ATL recently. We also just did a Friendsgiving type holiday party for When Smoke Clears with Crevassier and Red Bull. We're based out of ATL, VA, and New York. And we're basically just looking for additional production collabs and, of course, label homes for our artists, editorial and partnership opportunities for our lifestyle brands, and event production collabs. So I see there's a lot of dope people in this room, specifically on this stage, that I'd love to connect with after this. I'll probably be reaching out to some of y'all if you have emails in your bios. And we are open for business, so definitely hit us up. If you see anything, any clients that you want to connect with, please reach out.
Thank you.
Definitely,
That was beautiful.
keep
That
in
was.
mind.
I just want to say that was beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Wow. Yes. Thank you. You came on here ultra prepared, Girl Scout model type thing. Thank you for that. And I definitely we'll be looking to reach out to you, Mariah.
Very concise.
Thanks, Mariah. This is Big D over at Rock Nation. Pleasure to meet you, young lady.
Oh, hello. Yes. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
I will be shooting you an email.
Thank you.
Yo, Ron O.
JB, who we got? LB, who got next?
No, G Mims. I thought G Mims was next.
What's up, everybody? My name is G Mims. It's a pleasure to be on the stage with you guys. I'm a hip hop artist from Harlem, New York. I'm also the son of Cool DJ Red Alert. If you're familiar with him, he's a pioneer in hip hop for New York hip hop. So, I'm affiliated with like Native Tongue, Zulu Nation. And me as a hip hop artist.
I think he left accidentally.
I brought him back up.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a hip hop artist from New York, from Harlem, New York. I told you guys, my pop's Cool DJ Red Alert. And for me in my hip hop career, I've spent a lot of my career, trying to prove that I'm a talent, beyond just being the son of Red Alert. And I've been trying to I've always been focused on a mission of trying to gain my own foundation in the industry without just leaning on my pops being a pioneer. I've had music on the radio for the last maybe 8-9 years. I've always had a song at least come up on radio for like a month or two. I've been on a lot of large platforms for like freestyling and rapping. And I haven't really been in a situation where I've had like the right management or guidance through the industry. I'm sure I have the music. I'm sure I have the work ethic and the talent. I just haven't had that type of backing or representation. And, I've been kind of interested in finding out how can I get on, the radar of people in position like you guys and many others who are very serious about the game. I've been really focused on also trying to find somebody that sees the vision for me, and understands where I come from in this culture and what's available for me in my future, for my talent and in this culture. And it's been a real tough part for me. So I just would like to get you guys feedback on that and what you think I should do in being, the son of a pioneer in hip hop. How do I move through the industry with that type of relationships and the relationships I may have garnered through that, my life.
I can give you a little bit of advice, nephew. This is DJ Scratch. You there?
Scratch, what up?
What up? What's up, everybody? One of the first pieces of advice I can tell you is don't tell people who your father is.
Take it out your bio.
Take it out of your
exactly
bio.
What I was gonna say.
Take it out of your bio. Don't tell anybody who your father is. And just be an artist. And I can tell you, my son is in the music industry as well. He's in the entertainment industry, very successful, but they don't know he's my son. My son is 32 years old. He's a videographer. He's a producer. He's an artist. He got music everywhere. He sells records. He makes a lot of fucking money shooting videos, and he's a graphic designer because that's what he went to college for. And the only time I tell him to let people know who his father is, if he has a problem, because if you know who I am, besides the music, you don't want a problem. So that's the only time he let people know who his dad is if he has a problem. But I'm also proud of him because he understands that and he just goes out there and get it on his own. And I never helped him with any of the grind that he does. He does it on his own. And I told and he knows that if people know who his father is, it might give they might not accept him as just as a pure artist, like, yo, your father is DJ Scratch. He just sold all these records, da 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully understand. Shout out to my man AB in here too, because he knows my struggle too. And honestly, I have. That's been the mission. Me and my pops talk about it all the time. Like, I only started telling people and promoting who my pops was when I got on Clubhouse, because I got into a few rooms, and when people did learn or somebody said who my pops was, people are like, well, why don't you say that? And why don't you use that? And I'm like, I don't really want to lean. I don't lean on my pops. You know what I mean? I've been in the studio hundreds of times. My pops may have been in the studio with me one time in my life. Like, long, very long. I've been rapping for years, all my life. And, so I really put a lot of work, and I do this kind of 100% without him. You know what I mean? Not that he doesn't support me, because he supports me greatly. He's very proud of me. I started showing it off and saying it when I got in the Clubhouse, because everybody started saying, well, why you don't say that? Why you don't mention that? You
Nah,
can open
nah,
doors. You can do this. You can do that.
yeah, don't do that. Like, your dad can open doors for you without you announcing it. You know what I mean? Doors are open. Doors are open behind the scenes, not on the scene. So, that's just my advice. You know what I mean? Like, don't like take it out of your bio. Just be an artist. You know what I mean? Not the son of an artist, because people won't work as hard for you, because they already see that you come from a iconic. Your father's an icon, so they're gonna look at you like, yo, why you over here when this is your dad. That your dad can get you here. So they're not gonna really work as hard for you as if you're
That
a
all the
regular
time.
artist.
You talking water to a well. You saying exactly what I hear. I hear it all the time. Well, why? You got your dad. He could do this, that, and the third. I've met people and be like, oh, just tell your dad to hit me. And that's not really how we have kind of tried to move. So that's not really a option that I want to take on. I've been interested in taking on. I've really just been trying to connect with someone that goes, yo, I like the music, or I'm pulling up to the studio, or that was you on the radio, or that was you on the Funk Flex, you was on Sway, you did this, that, and the third. I wasn't on none of those platforms with my pops. You know what I mean? And I've just been trying to figure out ways to flip that. And
And
I
to what
appreciate
Scratch is saying, I think a lot of folks, put out your finished product. A lot of folks are going to think you got the accolades you got, not because of hard work, because of your attachment to your dad. You don't want people to have that kind of that stigma on you. You want people to sit here and think you put the work in and you got the results, versus people sitting here saying, oh, you ain't got the feature, you ain't got that placement, he's only getting rotation because of who your father is. You know what I mean? So you definitely don't want that, because people definitely start saying that at some point.
And then, hey, Mims, I want to say something. Sometimes people love your father. Some people might not like your father. And sometimes it's a lot of people in this industry act like they cool with certain people, but really on the inside, they really can't. They don't like them. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I've been this with Red so long, and I run around respectful, but a lot of people don't want to really help you because who you're around. Because let me give you a great example. A lot of doors don't open up for me because Chris was my cousin. They love Chris, but a lot of people that didn't, Chris ain't do things for, they in position, they don't want to open doors. So what I do, I don't never say, yo, Red is family to me. Chris is cousins. Only the people that know Chris was my cousin is people that been around, understand that. But I try to move on my own, because at the end of the day, a lot of people really don't want to see you make it. You know what I mean? So they definitely right. You should take them off your bio, and it don't matter what they say in the rooms. Mention your father. No, do what you do, and you're doing a great job at it, B.
When people should find out who your father is, when you stepping on the stage accepting an award and he walks on the stage with you. You know what I mean? That's when they should find out who your dad is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with.
Yeah,
Well,
brother, what's your name, brother?
my name is G Mims.
G Mims.
Yes.
I think you lead with that. I'm G Mims. I'm from here. My clique is this. I think those are important things. I grew up in Chicago, right? I mean, everybody know, a lot of people know I grew up in Chicago, but I started gangbanging at 12, right? That's the same time I started going to jail. When you go to jail, I'm gonna just liken it to that. When you go to jail,
I'm following.
if they tell them who if your father a prominent street nigga, you know what I'm saying, and you go to jail, motherfucker gonna test you dead up. And I grew up in a town where it's Italian mafia, so I was in jail with Joey the Clown Lombardo's son, Lil Joey, and he was, you know, he could have been a cool dude. He was, you know, a wreck, but he can't fight 800 people. You see what I'm saying? I think you're asking for a fight when you're saying people's like.
Yeah, I understand. You make a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I targeted anybody that had because my father is a regular square dude, you know, construction worker. So I thought I had to prove myself. So anybody what they did, my father was such and such for the El Rookins or the Latin Kings. I'm on their ass to prove that I deserve that spot more than they do. And I think that's what you're asking for. When people say you're asking for it, saying that, you heard what OG Scratch said. Scratch is a real one, like for real, for real. Ever since I've been coming to New York at 19, before I was doing any music, I was hearing about bro. So I know. And he said he ain't even mentioned what his son's name is. You know what I'm saying? So people
and he's on Clubhouse.
Wow.
I've been in the industry since '96. working for labels, and now still to this day, right now, December 5th, have no idea who Scratch Son is.
Bro, no, I peeped that though. The whole time Scratch telling the story, he ain't say his son's name, no.
He definitely never said his name. Not even a hint to his name.
It's Scratch from Brooklyn, and he's not gonna say his name.
Nah, I appreciate that. I definitely respect, you know, the jewels you guys dropped for me. You know, I look forward to getting on y'all radar. If y'all don't know about me, please check me out. I follow most of y'all on Clubhouse and on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Cool G Mims, cool with a K. So, you know, check me out. If you have any advice, any way we can connect my music to you guys, I would love to. I'm prepared. I'm down to work. I'm with whatever.
Mims, I think you gotta close your app and open it back up because I don't even see you on the stage for some reason.
I don't see him either, bro.
Yeah, he's not on the stage.
I closed my shit out 3 times trying to find you.
All right,
I'm gonna close it and come back.
Hey, Mims, real quick before you bounce. Have you rapped to Dave Lighty?
Have I Dave Lighty?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I know Dave Lighty. I know all the Lighties. Honestly, I know all of them. You know what I mean? Honestly, if you know be the son or whatever, I know everybody. I know all of them.
No, I know you know them, but what I'm saying is like the questions you were asking about the next, you know, moving forward and all that other stuff. Like, you know, that's a management family. So, you know, I would think if you reached out to Dave and talked to Dave, that Dave could help you, you know, make some moves and, you know, do some other stuff from that management position. You know?
I'll definitely try. I'm gonna talk to AB about it and see
Dave and Mike.
And I'm gonna talk to my pops about it
and
see
Mike.
how
Dave and Mike Lighty, because Mike is constantly you know,
Mike is out there doing bookings and all that.
He's been booking. He's been doing bookings forever. Mike was moving on his own while he was in Violator. Wow.
Okay,
making the move.
ML, absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna reach back.
All of that's native tongue. So that's why I'm like, that resource is right there, and those dudes are gonna pick up that phone call from you. So
yeah, you're right. All right, I'm gonna take heed to that, and I'm definitely gonna come out the Clubhouse and come back in, and so you guys can see my page and just, you know, be aware. I'm kind of still new to Clubhouse. I'm almost like a weekend, so I'm appreciative that you guys let me on the stage to chat with you and to connect with you guys. Much blessings to all of y'all careers. Y'all mean the world to this industry, and thank you.
Yeah, and one more thing, Mims. Your Clubhouse bio should be completely different from your Instagram and Twitter bio. Like, your Clubhouse bio should be as clean as possible. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't
have who I am.
Scratch, you can see his page again because I can't see him.
I can't see him. Look, but
I'm gonna come off and come back on real quick. I'm gonna come off and come right back on.
That's what the G stand for, ghost.
All right.
Hold on, come right
back for real. This nigga been a ghost the whole. Bro, I restarted my whole phone through the process.
Yeah, I refreshed the page about 6 times. I still don't see his ass, yo.
Did I come up yet?
Oh, nigga popped up like
cash. I'm at the bottom next to Queen.
Yeah, he's on.
G Mims.
Yeah, I see you now. Yeah, so Yeah, so make sure your bio is very busy. You know what I'm saying? Like your Clubhouse bio should be as clean as possible. You don't have to put all of the shows that you've appeared on Clubhouse. Just put who you are and what you're trying to do. Basically.
Malik said it best. If you the table, tell him you the table.
Exactly.
All right.
Or you're
All right.
trying to
I'm
get,
gonna
or
do
you're
that.
trying to get a seat at the table, or you need tools to build your table. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I respect that. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. And I'm going.
Next up, let's go to Sarah.
Hey everyone. So my question, well, I'll start off with I have a super dope artist that will for sure break into the industry in the next 3 to 5 years. And I heard earlier you mentioned that we have to network in different cities and states, which I agree completely. However, there are no major industries on the East Coast. He's navigated out of Chicago, and now we're placing our flags on the East. Do you recommend we travel and perform out in the West to speed up the process? And what advices do you have?
I think he's not going to get any traction anywhere else until he gets traction at home and builds the home story. You know, what I mean, it's kind of hard to sell an artist in another market, another place. You know, what I mean, where there's no traction at home. So and DJs and industry people it's a big community. Folks know each other in different places. You know what I mean. So if Faris and Neffets in Chicago aren't supporting the project, or Vaughn Woods and things like that, those guys that the tastemakers and DJs out there, if they're not supporting the project, then Philly fell in LA, who talked to DJ Farris, they did the part of the same crew called the Heavy Hitters. If they talking and the artist gets mentioned and they don't know if he has no notoriety in Chicago, it might be a hindrance as far as getting that done. So I would definitely suggest getting that whole Chicago region and let it bleed into other territories across the Midwest. And then as you continue to spread your story and spread the brand, then you can sit here and start widening out and going to other territories and conquering those markets. But you got to make sure the home foundation is locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because the like Big said, like Big D said, the DJs are one national small network. You know what I mean? Like the DJs in your city are definitely in contact with DJs in every other city. It's a small network. So if you popping in your town and the main DJs in your city, they start like D said. Once you just get hot get hot at home. Say shit at home and build your network, and
Mhm.
everything else will follow because the DJs are already connected all over the place.
Gotcha. So I wasn't really being clear, but he's in the Carolinas now and he has like a really great feedback buzz around the Carolinas. He performed in Atlanta, Charlotte a lot, and he would silence the whole crowd. And people feel his energy. So I don't know if we should still keep it in the Carolinas on the East Coast or should we just travel more out in the West?
I would suggest continuing to build in the Carolinas. I'm not sure what part of Carolina, south, north.
North, around Charlotte area.
So I would lock in Charlotte. I would lock in Greensboro. I would lock in Raleigh. And then right next door to that, you got South Carolina. You got Columbia. You got, those other small markets, Fayetteville. And then from there, you can either go to Virginia next or go to the Georgia State next. You know what I mean? So if you got enough traction and enough heat, it's going to bleed over into those neighboring markets. You know what I mean? If you, and the good thing is, if you got North Carolina locked in, you're just 4 hours away from Atlanta, which is the hub of that core of the Southern hip hop scene. You know what I mean? If you could lock in Atlanta, you got a pretty nice part of the market that's going to sit here and follow through eventually. So I would definitely focus on where he's at and where he's getting traction at and continue to build that story, let it carry over into the neighboring markets.
Yeah, because he definitely has like a Drake cadence and a J. Cole content. His lyrics, it tells a story. DJ Monte in Atlanta noticed him. So we're just trying to keep it pushing and everything.
Sweetheart, can I ask you a question? Hello?
Yes.
I would just ask you, like, you got a bunch of DJs promo people, executive. Like you can say your artist name, like promote your artist. Let us know who he is. Say his name. Let us know his
Yeah.
Instagram. Like you're
So his
talking
name's
to him as if he's
Javelle.
a ghost.
Yeah, so I mean,
Unless
we've
it's
been
your
working
son.
on a lot of content where we're gonna push his singles to all the DJs like all over,
What's
mainly
his
on the East.
name, sweetheart?
What's his
Javelle.
What's his
name?
name? What's his name?
All right, so I would love for y'all to check him out right now.
She don't want us to
JAVELL.
sign him.
I mean, if you want to check him out and see what's up, because you
Well,
definitely.
right now, that's the wrong approach. Say if you want to check him out, I think you got the platform. Like he just said, there's executives on here. You got legendary DJs on here. You should be going to everybody's page and follow it. Find out how you can get in contact with them and send them.
I'm telling you, she ain't got paperwork on him, and she don't want us to sign him.
No, that's pretty clear. Because
Like
like
to sit here and
even
campaign
on
for
your
artists.
IG, I don't see nothing about an artist
So
or
when
you
are you guys
representing
having
an
a
artist.
listening party so y'all can actually listen to the vibes that he give?
A listening party for.
Inquisitive. So once I'm hearing somebody that's confident enough to say that their artist is going to break through the market in 3 to 5 years and be the next big thing, then I click on your page and I give everybody a shot at least to pay attention of some sort. So I go on your page, I see no reference about an artist or you representing an artist, and then you're talking about artists, but we don't even know the artist's name.
Yeah.
This
So
the
his name
research
is
room.
uh-huh. And yesterday I was at May's room and I kind of, like tapped in with Mace. I was like, how can I do better as a manager, because
Well, first,
Tell
as
us
a
the
manager, you
name.
should let us know your artist's name.
Javelle.
Like I'm so
I
confused of why
already
you
said
have
it
yet
like
to say
3
his name.
times. My bad.
But
So
what's his IG?
JAVELL_FVR.
Well, what's his social security number?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I have no idea.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Sarah, I think as far as your presentation, you need to be a little more confident or a little more certain with, your presentation as far as your introduction of him. You sat here,
Yeah.
we had to kind of pull the artist name out of you. And then, at the same time, it's kind of like, if you guys want to check him out, it's kind of like, don't give nobody the option. I think you need to sit here and be like, yo, this is my artist. I love to, have you guys listen to it. Can I, at least get some emails or where can I find you guys that ask those kind of questions? Don't give us an option because 9 times out of 10, if you sit here and say, if you want to check him out, we're going to probably bypass it and get to it if we do get to it at some point.
I had said it 3 times though, maybe like my accent or because like English isn't my first language, so I do apologize about that. But I did mention his name, Javelle. I was like JAVELL. And then, like you guys were still giving me gems, dropping it down on me. So I couldn't catch up.
I just
Yeah,
like people. I just like people to take advantage of the opportunity they have when it's in front of them. Like you have people that have broke superstar artists on this platform, and if you get a minute or 2 minutes to talk to them, you should be able to promote everything that you're trying to promote and get the gems that you're trying to get all within that time. Like don't be shy. Like do what you got to do because somebody's gonna talk right after you, and then do that if you're not.
It's called an elevator pitch. You need to perfect your elevator pitch and have everything ready.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, Sarah. These guys on here these are geniuses, right? You got to understand, these guys are geniuses to be able to navigate through their life, let alone the industry, to be at the top of the industry where these niggas is at. So that's not just for you, but that's for everybody listening. A lot of people want to ask questions, but if you listen, a lot of your answers will be inside of their dissertation. So you won't have to ask as many questions because you can't be actively listening and preparing a question at the same time. So I would encourage everybody on the platform, especially you got Big D here talking. Like, come on, man. This man charges $1,500 an hour to talk to somebody as a consultant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting this for your attention span. It's crazy. So don't prepare to ask questions. Just be prepared to listen and take fucking notes. If you ain't taking notes off of this shit right here, man, you behind. It's like if you don't have it used to be a time when if you had a machine gun, you was the boss. But now they got machine guns everywhere. So you just barely keeping up if you got a machine gun. So people that's taking notes, from what these brothers is dropping down, Jesus, man, that's gonna put you ahead of the people that's not on the platform or that's not taking notes. So I just want to say that to you. So Sarah, I think you learned, lead with the name of your artist.
Thank
Lead
you.
with the name. Yeah.
I got you. I wanted to be low key at first, but I do want to say one last question. So who can I DM in here that I will expose his content to y'all? I will send a direct link so y'all can see.
You could
Send it to
DM
me, Big
anybody.
D the Weatherman. Send it to me. Send it to Ron Stewart. Send it to DJ Scratch. Send it to AG, who you spoke to a little while ago. Send it to everybody. Send it to Malik. Everybody.
I was gonna say me, but is he
AG
dope?
signing people.
Yeah, I was gonna say me, but is he dope? Like
Yes, of
you
course.
really sell me on dudes. So like,
okay, I'm gonna be real confident. I'm very chill and everything, but I'm very confident when it comes to things that I'm actually like dealing with. So I won't disappoint y'all.
It's not about being confident. Confidence is cool. You gotta have some conviction.
Yeah.
When you're presenting your artists and things like that, you got to sit here. You got to sell it. You know, if you're, are you the manager or are you just the point person?
So I started
She
off
don't
as
have
his
paperwork.
marketing.
She
I
doesn't have
started off the
paperwork.
She
conversation. I
started
told
off
you
with
she ain't got
soul.
papers on him.
She started off with soul.
Yeah, because like he manages himself, like he moves like a big boss, you know, like he's a real man out here. But at the end of the day,
Is he on Clubhouse?
Yes, he is.
Is he in the room right now?
So he's in the audience listening. Just real quick for Sarah and anybody that's in the audience listening. There's a couple of rooms that are on here. I can't remember the name of the actual club, but there's rooms that actually you go in there and they teach you how to pitch. If anybody has seen those rooms, they teach you how to pitch and present. You know that, and that's all they do. They just teach you how they let you on the stage and let you present and pitch. Like the person that's there is not interested in your business. They're just actually there to teach you how to pitch and present your business. So look for those rooms when you see them. You know the key word will probably be pitch. Like go in those rooms and learn how to how to pitch your business or pitch your product on Clubhouse as well.
Yo,
Hey, I think the guy JaVale just came up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? I was listening in, y'all. My manager's Asian, so y'all got to cut a break. But I could definitely advocate and speak for who I am as an artist with confidence and competence. So, what's up, y'all?
Shoot your
What's
shit,
that?
bro.
You sound tough. What up, dog?
Hey, what's up, man?
You're Ron Stewart.
See
Bring
a
up
quick 16.
Moondog. Be Moondog up.
You said what?
Now go ahead, JaVale. I'm sorry. Go ahead, JaVale.
No. I'm pretty much here to answer any questions. I mean, as an artist, I'm dope. You know, I pretty much had a mentality, discover me or discover me, later. I'm really, not really focused on getting free handouts, but if somebody's willing to present an opportunity to me, then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna definitely capitalize on it because I believe in my abilities and I believe in how I'm maneuvering, from the budget aspect to the business aspect to the talent of it, to my appeal, to the outside looking in. Like I know I can maneuver in this industry. So it's just a matter of time.
Confidence, JaVale. It's LB at the top. Send me your music, brother.
I got you, brother.
Please.
I got you.
Hey, wait. Hold on. What's up? This is Quayshawn.
What's up, Quay?
Tell us about you. Like, who are you?
So pretty much, I'm an entrepreneur. I came from Chicago. I was born and raised there. Right now, I reside in the Carolinas. I'm a father. I got a story. That bleeds through my music. I'm a businessman as well as an artist. I put my passion into everything I do. If I do something, I'm gonna be the best at it, and I'm gonna make sure that I'll point out every flaw and every weakness and everything that I'm trying to execute. I think that's what makes me stand out. Not just the talent or the music perspective alone, but it's the drive and the grit that I have that supersedes a lot of artists. As well as complemented with the talent, because drive and grit ain't just gonna get you there, just like talent ain't just gonna get you there. But it's the grit and it's the understanding and the seeking to understand at all times everything is possible, everything as much as possible. And that's me. I can't really sell you myself. You just gotta see, you gotta hear through my music, and you gotta see the vision. Like that's really what it is.
All right. So again, I'm gonna ask you one more time. So who are you?
I'm a man.
This is
I'm
a
a
teaching
man. I'm an
moment.
artist.
So let me jump in before you go any further. Um, what you did is you described yourself as a human being, and that's cool. But I don't want to know who that is. I want to know
Okay.
who is DJ the artist. Who are you? Because at the end of the day, all the consumer cares about is
I could do
who
that.
are
I could do
you.
that.
Hold on. Let me finish. Who are you, and what do you have to offer? And you have to be able to do that in 3 sentences. That you just described yourself eloquently. And that's great. Now I know who you are as a human being and as a man and as a father, and the grit and the grind, all that shit is cool, but that ain't got shit to do with you as an artist.
You're
What
right.
everybody, and you got right now, you got a panel here of guys who can literally change your life tomorrow. Literally. You only got 30 seconds. You
I'm
have
a
to, you have
lifestyle.
to,
I'm a lifestyle compelling artist that's gonna move people through my story and through stories of others. I'm a reader, which makes me a good leader. So pretty much anything that I've seen, my experiences, I could compel you to it. I can move the crowd and give you that heartfelt emotion the
Quay,
way
I
you
got you
feel
on
my
this one.
music.
So we still don't know what type of music you make, though.
Do you sing? Do
So
you rap? Do you tap
I
in it?
I rap. I'm a rapper. Yeah, I'm a rapper. I thought that was clear. My bad. I apologize when she said I got a Drake like cadence and with content like J. Cole. My bad. So I'm like I'm a deep artist, but I still hit you with a lifestyle like genre of music, of rap music.
I need 8 bars real quick. Eight
what
bars
what
right
is
now.
what does that mean?
Eight
I
So
give
bars.
it
like,
to
Eight
you
bars.
right
Eight
now.
bars.
no,
Still
hold on.
call it sweetie, so I tap in for the moment. Third eye open like a spirit that done witnessed omens. But too many sleep like they pop the melatonin. To sip Patronin, lay down with depression for that lack of focus. The engine drive is like the size of a Ford Focus, or maybe smaller. Comic book authors, I'm leaving chronicles just for my daughter. Go pick that up. The fan promise I'm always lift that up. Gift that up, pick that up, unwrap this crisp. Style with intellect, GQ and IQ heaven sent. A blessing sent. Trying to improve anybody inside my cabinet like an herbal supplement. Mask off, let me breathe for the moment. Made a promise I won't leave more than moments. Sometimes I need to leave in those moments. To perceive is just a moment. Believe seize the moment, swear that you're your own opponent. Cause good times come and go, your moves make it last. Way too much foreplay, that's why they never last. I'm deep in the water, quick to make a splash. Huh, let me tell
Javelle,
you what's up.
I'm gonna cut you off. One thing is, brother asked for 8 bars.
I got you.
What y'all think? What y'all think?
I mean, it was all right. It doesn't stand out to me as special. Like I need special.
And
Like
then
for me to
listen. The
You gotta
other
hear my
reason is
music
I
to
didn't
hear
want I didn't
special
want
though.
y'all to do I didn't want y'all to
if,
do that to him because
hold
y'all
on,
know we
no,
don't
hold
do
on. Let
this
me
ain't the
just say
listening
something.
room because it don't give him a fair evaluation of what his
No, let
content
me
and music is.
hold on, LB. I got you, brother. Listen, I would not have went there. That had nothing to do with what I asked. Mine was a teaching moment because you got guys like Ron Stewart in the building, the VP at Warner Brothers, bruh. Like you can't waste that man's time. He doesn't have enough of it to spare. So the teaching moment was explaining who you are as a human being is one thing. Telling us who you are as an artist and what that looks like from a marketing perspective is
Yeah.
something else. You have to sell yourself. But he decided to go into, I'm gonna spit some freestyle for you, right? And he gave us a lot of bars, and I'm like, it's cool. You know, I'm not knocked out of my chair.
No, I
I've
feel
been
it, but
knocked out.
you
Hold
gotta
on,
hear
hold
my
on.
music
But
respectfully,
I
and you
don't
gotta
know. I
see
don't
my
got to hear your
content.
music, brother. But I don't got to hear your music because
You
I
don't.
could have signed you today. No, you got to convince me right now was your moment because you put yourself in that position by saying, I'm going to explain myself to you by spitting a freestyle. So you should have spit the best thing that you ever spit in your life because right now you got a whole bunch of executives right here that with signing power that could have done something for you. This is your moment. You
And
can't squander
I
the moment,
respect that.
brother. But to make the statement like you got to hear my music to feel me, you're not the artist for me personally. That's just me. Because I know when Jay-Z was put into the office or anybody, when he went into office with Kevin Liles, he wowed Kevin Liles with in there. Besides the fact of the story with the money and all that shit, Jay-Z wowed people when
Yeah,
he
but
walked in the building.
he had time to prepare for that interview with all
Did he really?
respect too. You told me
Did
If
he
you
you
told
really?
me to
stay
just
ready, you
You
ain't gotta
sure
freestyle,
get
about
so I
ready.
that?
just freestyle. You get what I'm saying?
Are
Like
you sure about that? How do you
if you
know that?
set up a meeting with me right now, I'll wow you. And that's how confident I am. Because
I'm gonna
this was
pass.
improv
Javelle, I'm
too,
gonna
That
just say this,
respectfully.
bro. You voluntarily came up to the stage.
you
Because you
said
guys
you should
asked
have
if
been
I was in the
ready.
room. I was quiet. Respectfully.
But
Respectfully. I'm living up
but
to the
I'm
moment
just
that
saying.
was asked of me. Respectfully.
But but you threw a freestyle out there. You was better off just getting into the explanation of who you are and then said, I could better show you when I get my music to you. But you chose to do a freestyle. That's the point I'm making. You didn't have to. You could have easily well said, well, look, you're going to understand. Let me send you my music right now so you can get a sense of who I am. But that's not what you did. What you did was you went into this freestyle and cut
I
everybody
respect it.
off that was talking. So now I got to judge you by what you gave me.
I
Yeah,
respect it.
JaVale, you
I
from
respect.
Chicago. JaVale, listen. You from Chicago, my nigga. Listen. Man, this Malik talking. Look, yo, you from Chicago. I don't
Yeah.
know what deck you from or nothing like that. You know, I'm not even gonna get into that. You know, I'm a stone. Everybody know I'm a black pea stone. For sure. Everybody clear on that, right? Let me tell you something, brother. You have the wrong approach. Like, you got your girlfriend repping you. She don't know how to rep you properly. Nobody that's groomed you. You're a businessman. Understand that. That don't often translate to this industry. Nigga, you know what I mean? The motherfucker sold dope in Chicago. That's not me. That
No,
didn't make it
I
where I
feel that
made it.
shit. Law. I feel that shit. I feel that, right? So I take that in humbly. I get what you're saying, man. I
Yeah,
get what
you
you're
gotta
saying.
JaVale,
you
you
gotta
gotta let
practice
Malik
your
talk, cause
other
listen,
stuff.
he giving you fucking gems right
Yeah,
now,
just
and this
listen,
is
bro.
free.
Listen, man, you got to practice everything that you don't have to come into the industry. Cause we're opening, ain't no key to come in this bitch. Ain't no amount of talent, no amount of money get you in this motherfucker. You know how many motherfuckers that had they shit rocked in Chicago? You remember them Latin Kings had they shit going, had a label deal, and they had, man, no, bro, practice everything you don't have because you gotta get permission to come into the industry. There's no key. There's no key. If LB don't say, bring dude in, ain't no key. You ain't no door you can knock on. It's all one wall. You don't know where the door is. It's invisible, nigga.
Facts.
That shit might come out from the ground. It might not even be a door. It might just be a slit that you slide through on this side of that. You dig what I'm saying to you, bro? Practice the
Facts,
other
facts.
shit. Practice your other shit, G. You understand? The music ain't gonna, it might get you some notice, but they gonna get you through the door, G. No, sir. And then whoever your deck is, they gonna have to, you gotta click in with them too. I'm a stone, so when I went to LA, I had the jungle on my side. So we got to get Felly Fell, and Felly Fell put Kanye shit on the radio first before Ferris, who I grew up under Ferris Thomas, DJ Ferris. That was my nigga. I was a shorty looking up to him like, man, this nigga is a DJ at KKC radio, a college radio station. You understand me? I
Mo, I'm
saw
already
I made
hearing you.
my clicks work. Where your click at, bro? Where's your relationships? Because they gonna help you. They gonna help you modify how you move. Try this, try this, try that. It's success by committee, man. So draw off that, get that locked in. Don't use Chicago as a side note. You know, Carolinas. The baby asked me, can he open up 4 cities for me? He said, I guarantee you, let me open up 4 cities for you. I'm gonna take off. Through my man Berto Brown. I said, okay, that was 2016. I said, okay. I said, and my man Ty Dolla Sign is on tour. Nobody knew Ty then. Nobody knew these niggas. You know what I'm saying? This because they approach, their demeanor. You know what I'm saying? They came in with, and he had his mama, he had all his people with him, he had his whole team. They always on the same page. They all knew what to say. If you ask one of them a question, they all gonna have the same answer. If you got them in that room, they gonna all have the same presentation. That's what the brothers is telling you. These is gods. These niggas is up here gods. This is Mount Olympus. All you gotta do is listen and you're gonna win. There's not any opportunities like that in the world except for on this app, I believe. When these just gods that's in the position with a pen in their hand that can take you out of your situation right now. Please listen to these niggas, bro. I'm listening. I'm
There's a
listening to what they saying.
yes, absolutely. There's a art. You have to learn the art of listening.
Moving on,
Can
next
can
up.
I can I can I jump in right here? I feel like I'm in a moment right now. I know y'all like looking for something, and I'm almost certain
I ain't gonna
I'm
lie,
gonna give you
MJ.
something different.
There's a couple people here that's been waiting like an hour just to get their question up, so we definitely gotta respect the process.
All right, bet.
Cash, what up, man? I know you've been there for a cool minute
Man,
since we like
man.
started.
Nah, thank you, man. I appreciate you for bringing me on stage because facts, I've been waiting for a little bit, but none of them minutes or seconds was wasted because y'all just spitting gems for like literally an hour plus. So It's all good.
Now
But
4 hours, bro. 4 hours.
4 hours, you feel me? I jumped on probably like an hour and a half ago, but facts. Now though, I'm a Nigerian artist, born in Philly, fashion stylist, designer, creative director, and a rapper. My dilemma right now is that facts. I'm from Philly and I moved over here to New York. I'm actually in Brooklyn right now, Williamsburg, and I actually put together my project, my tape, all of that. But how I got into like even the limelight of just attention within the art field was through fashion styling, and everybody like almost know me for like the fashion styling thing, which is cool. And yeah, I don't mind that, but my passion is really the music, and that's what I'm really trying to put out now. And it's just trying to escape from like the one little stigma that they already put me in of being a fashion stylist, and now trying to tell them that, oh yeah, I also make music too. And not only that, but also just the simple fact that I'm Nigerian. Anytime somebody hears Nigeria, they always just naturally think about, okay, Afro beats, Wiz Kid, Burna Boy, all that. And even my people who's around me, like they're also in the Afro beats scene. That's cool. But I don't make no Afro beats music because I was born in America, and on top of it, I mean, yeah, I'm Nigerian. That's my lifestyle. I can understand it. I appreciate it. I respect it, and all of that. But that's just not me. I literally write and I make my music based upon what I went through, what people around me went through, what I've seen, observed, all my beliefs, all of that. So it's kind of different from the typical Nigerian music, Afrobeat sound, or whatever that people would expect when I play my music. So again, I'm just trying to basically look for like guidance as to how to get out from that stigma of one being like a fashion stylist, then now trying to make music, and also um, help in the guidance of like bridging the gap between Nigeria and America, but not just through like Afro beats and Afro music, but also showing like, yo, I got the bars out here. You feel me? But
Yeah,
yeah,
yo,
that's like
can
the
I
big
can I
picture.
can I jump in real quick? This is AG talking. What's going on, homie?
What's going on? What's going on, man? How you?
Yo, so I hear your passion and what you're saying, right? And you just got to put out music, bro. Like you just got to put out music and be consistent with it and let the world know what you got. Like what you are now doesn't have nothing to do with what you can become. You
Right,
understand what I'm saying? Cardi B was a stripper, dog. Like she's
right,
the biggest fucking hip hop female out right now. Like she was a stripper and like that used to work in every strip club I used to go to. You know what I'm saying?
thanks.
Like anything can happen. You just got to be consistent with what you're doing. Where you're from has nothing to do with the music. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like most people from Nigeria are making that type of music, but once they hear your music and if it's tight, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, you should make Afrobeats music." They're like, "Damn, this shit is dope." You just got to put out your music, and in your music,